All right, we got Chili's today. Chili's has a new Nashville Hot Mozzarella stick. I had to wait for that one. But I did get 2 other Nashville Hot items. So in addition to the Nashville Hot Mozzarella sticks, which are on the top, I also got Nashville Hot chicken wings, as well as Nashville Hot boneless wings. So apparently there is a secret menu. It's not even apparently, it exists. If you go to Chili's and ask them for Nashville Hot Mozzarella sticks, you can get them, but it's not on the app or anything. You have to actually ask for it, but they'll do it for you. They have Nashville Hot sauce, which you can buy on the side, which is how I made these Nashville Hot wings. They don't exist, but I did just buy Nashville Hot sauce, which was $1 for like a big container of it, and I poured it on those wings. Also got the Nashville Hot chicken crispers. So that is what's on the agenda today. Y'all know that ain't all I got. We did get a bunch of other stuff, which we'll get into as the video goes on. But I'm here for these, and these most of all. Oh, I'm drooling. I love me some Chili's, bro. So these are the Nashville Hot Mozzarella sticks. And it's just their regular, like, square. They're not a stick, but they have their Nashville Hot seasoning on it. There's not much to explain here. Made me work for that one. I did get some extra sauce on the side, just in case we had to pump up the volume just a bit. There you go. I love their mozzarella sticks. When it comes to this sauce, for a chain, it's okay. But I'm going to be real. This tastes to me, there is a brand, most people know Frank's hot sauce. Frank's makes a Nashville hot seasoning, or like sauce. This is exactly what it tastes like, which very much resembles if you mixed buffalo sauce and like Nashville hot seasoning and put it inside of a bottle. That's what this comes off as. Does that mean I don't like this? Hell no, it's delicious. But I don't think it's necessary. It's a nice touch and a nice change up. My suggestion though, if you're not sure about the sauce, is that I would get it on the side in a container, just like I did. This way you don't ruin your meal. I do like it, but I still would rather just have the OG. Also got some ranch here. Their ranch seems super watery today. I think it's a normal thing. But if you never had their mozzarella sticks, the outside super crispy, inside nice and soft. The mozzarella, you can see it pulls like crazy. So it is a good chain mozzarella stick. On a chain scale, their regular ones to me are an 8.5 out of 10. This might come down to more of what I'm in the mood for, but I would give those an 8 out of 10 on a chain scale. I like them. I'd rather just get the sauce on the side. By no means does that mean that's bad. I do suggest you try it. Just get the sauce on the side. Don't say I didn't warn you. I have a lifetime supply of wet naps in this car. No, I'm not joking. I have an entire container of them that I keep in here just for this. But let's get into these Nashville Hot Chicken Crispers. I had these before, but the first time I had them, it was in the parking lot. I got them fresh. So there they are. I do want to try these again. Same idea. If you get a good Chili's, these are cooked really well. You got all white meat. Definitely not mad at that. They are crispy and they're really saucy. Again, I just don't think their Nashville hot sauce is like the greatest ever. It just reminds me of like a Buffalo Nashville. If you're gonna get any of these sauces, I just suggest getting the honey chipotle chicken crispers. They're the best in my opinion. These are good. I ain't mad at them, but honey chipotle is king. These, good a 7.5 out of 10. I should have got the honey chipotle chicken crispers, but we're making a video. Don't sit here and act like you wouldn't eat them though. So these are their new house barbecue wings. This is just, it says house barbecue. So maybe they have a new sauce or something. I think I got boneless last time, but let's try these. I like the barbecue sauce. This wing, I don't know if it's this specific wing, but really fatty. Then they turn around and give you this funny, the drip. It fell on my mat, thank goodness. Their house barbecue sauce is really sweet. I like a sweet barbecue sauce at times. The wings are decent, but I don't think that I would get them again, just because they're kind of weird. They're fatty, which is really weird. But let's try the Nashville Hot, which I'm just going to roll it around again just to make sure I give it more. But this is the Nashville Hot Wing. Again, it's mixed with that barbecue sauce, but I kind of like that sweet and spicy that they have. I'm a sweet and spicy wing person. I love that like medley of flavors. But this wing is cooked pretty well compared to the other ones, which were more fatty. I just think they charge you extra when you get the triple dipper. For I think it's like $3 or $1.50 extra. For that, nah, I'm not worth it. They're decent for chain wings though. There are better. I will give it a 6 out of 10. And this is more for me than anything. I keep saying I'm a big fan of Chili's, but I don't think I've ever had the chili. So people say the chili at Chili's is good. That looks weird. It looks really thick for most chilies, but I guess that's like a, is this expert level chain chili? I have a fork and not a spoon, which is crazy. Here we go. Have tortilla chips on the top. Looks like there's also some cheese. Yeah, there's definitely some cheese melted in there. This could either be really good or really bad. I don't really like it. I wish I could tell you the brand of chili that this tastes like that comes from a can, but it tastes just like it. I'm going to go in because, you know, you need 2 scoops just to make sure. Really dark in color. Again, this costs like $6, this thing in my hand. No joke. Yeah, I don't really like it. I'll be honest with you. But let's talk about it. It's definitely, I don't see any beans, so I think this is Texas chili, which doesn't usually come with beans, which I like. You know, authenticity is good. I've been to Texas a couple of times and had chili, you know, it was excellent every time. This one, like most chain places, it's a little too salty, but I'm not even going to take that into consideration. The flavor is just nothing other than salt. So it's pretty bland. And I like the tortilla chips, and I'm trying to be nice. I don't like this. Some people may like this, but there's a can. I know exactly what the can looks like. That this, I'm not going to say it, but yeah. I wouldn't get this again. It's like a ripoff for $7, but I would give this a 3 out of 10. I just, personally, it's not my kind of chili. So this one is a stupid thing on my part, but I'm going to do it again. I got the ribeye at Chili's. Now, I thought that I didn't do the ribeye here, but I looked after I ordered, and I did. So we're trying the ribeye again. It comes with broccoli, steamed broccoli, and some, I believe I just got regular mashed potatoes instead of they're loaded. But that's a complete oversight on my behalf. I'm not getting mad because, again, having a steak isn't necessarily a bad thing. This one is cheaper and much cheaper than the other places that I've gone to. Every other place is usually in the 30s. The most expensive was the Yard House, which was $40, but again, it was by far the best. This one cost $24.89, so $25. Let's do the test that we've been doing since we've been going back and getting these ribeyes. This is good because it's like we got a little bit of a veteranship this time because that's my second time around. But can I cut this with a butter knife? The answer is also yes. I got this. There we go. The spoon was in the way. How's it cooked? I ordered mine medium rare. Ooh, that's still stuck. There we go. I ordered mine medium rare. The other one was cooked perfectly. This is more like almost closer. This is like medium. I would eat this though. Judging this, it is definitely a fattier cut of the ribeye. Like most of this is a big fat cap. I like steak fat, so I don't really care about that. It's seasoned, and even though for me it's a little overcooked, I like mine a little more medium rare than this. This isn't really medium rare, but it's juicy, and it doesn't taste bad. It's not perfectly cooked, but this, if they were charging like $35 for it, I'd be like, no, go somewhere else. But if you're here, it's really not bad. Like, it's not the best steak I've ever had. And I said this last time, and I'm going to stand on this. It tastes like if someone made a steak that was at the crib that was pretty good. Again, giving you one more piece. There's a little bit of pink in here, but medium rare is it's like, again, it's close. But I do have it in the car, which can make a difference. But when I went to Yard House, for example, which was perfect, I also had it in the car. I'm going to see if I can find a screenshot of what that looked like compared to this. I'm going to hold it up next to this. So this is a reference. $25 steak, and that's a $40 steak. There is a difference. Well, that being said, this is a good $25 steak. Not mad at this. Whoever's in there, they seasoned this. Well, I would season if I was making it at a house. Not a lot. Salt and pepper. A little bit of like, maybe some butter. Not much. That's okay with me. The cut is a little fattier. Also okay with me. I'm not mad at this. For real. I'll give that a 6 out of 10. And I got this broccoli because that's what it came with. But this is just broccoli. Yeah, ain't nothing, no. Nah, that's steam. It's just, again, it's just broccoli. I eat broccoli every day. 5 out of 10. This is just their regular mashed potatoes. I didn't get their loaded because I wanted to taste just what it tastes like. Taste just what it tastes like. These ain't fake potatoes. They're also seasoned. The crazy part about this meal is this just tastes like a fire little home cooked meal. Like $25 for a steak and 2 sides. I'm not angry at this. The mashed potatoes I will give a 7 out of 10. They're pretty good. It's like a home cooked meal. I would definitely eat this again. Like $25. I keep saying the price because we've been so many places. They all been 30, 35, 40. Big ribeye. I'm still happy with this. Like, I'll take 6s all day, 6.5, 7s. I'm cool with this, man. $25. Thank you, Chili's. And finally, this was a big requested one, so I wanted to do this. We got the Chili's Smokehouse Combo. You get 2 entrees, or types of meat, I should say, with 2 sides. So I got sides that I didn't get before. I got their corn, and then these are new garlic mushrooms. And then I got 2 different kinds of ribs. The only thing I hadn't had from here is the ribs. Now, one is their house barbecue and one is their dry rub, but they both look like they're not dry rubs. So I'm just a little confused, but let's try some ribs. First thing I noticed, big ass thing of ribs. These ribs are brontosaurus ribs. They are gigantic and really, really meaty. Like really meaty. I'm gonna make a damn mess with these, bro. Also super tender. Huh. All right. Not sure which one this is. It looks like there's a rub on this one compared to the other one. So I'm going to go with the Texas dry rub. Yeah. The ribs are dry. They're really dry. Let me see my face change. I'm sorry. The barbecue sauce on this is not much because I think this is definitely the dry rub. And getting bone. I think this meal costs, how much does this meal cost? It's very important how much this damn meal costs. This meal costs $20.99, and you do get a big ass thing of ribs. That just made my expectation go down a little bit. These are nowhere as good as like Texas Roadhouse. Again, there's no anything resembling flavor inside the ribs. It's all coming from the sauce, and the sauce isn't that great. I'm trying to give it the benefit of the doubt because it's so much food that you get on this. Maybe get this cap. Yeah. If you got some sauce on the side and dipped this, it wouldn't be bad. But this is bland and a little bit dry. Very average ribs. Even on a chain scale, I would give these a 4.5 out of 10. Like, I wouldn't get them again. Except we have their house barbecue, which is the same sauce that I had before. So I'm kind of already knowing what to expect. Again, I will say you get a lot of meat on these ribs. They're not like cheap ribs. Same idea, bro. I would be disappointed with these if I came to the table just because I know there's much better food at Chili's. This is okay. Like, I can't think of a place that I would pick these ribs over. No. I haven't gotten enough. Their house barbecue is a little bit better, though, in my opinion. But if you want ribs, I suggest going to, like, Outback or something like that. They're seasoned, but the inside is incredibly bland, bro. You can just see. Like, they don't even really have, like, that finished on the grill type of flavor that you would get from, like, Outback or something like that. If I want ribs, I'm going to Texas Roadhouse or something like this. These are slightly better because of the sauce, though. I'll give these a 5.5 out of 10. They're a little bit better. Make sure if you order these ribs, you get some sauce on the side, though, because even for ribs, they're dry. Also got their corn, which looks like it was finished on the grill, but they only wanted to do one side. But, hey, look, I'm at Chili's, bro, so I'm not going to complain about that. We also have, like, what they didn't call this Mexican street corn, so I'm not going to hold that against them, but it has that elote kind of flavor vibe looking to it. But they didn't call it that, so I'll accept it. It's not bad. Actually pretty damn good. When you get this cheese on here, with the seasoning blend they got, a little bit of a grilled taste if you get it on one side. And the corn is buttery. I like corn. Yeah. I'm cool with these. Not gonna lie. Corn's a good side here. Okay. Stop eating the corn. Not really much else to those, but it's corn. That corn, for a chain, if I go to Chili's and I'm just eating with the fam, and I'm getting one meal, that corn is the side. That's the side. That gives an 8.8 out of 10. Very good. Garlic mushrooms. I didn't know what to expect. They are like some canned mushrooms, which, I don't know, bro. I mean, they put new side on there. This should be something you put on top of a steak. Getting this as a side is criminal. They're exactly what they sound like. They're sliced canned mushrooms with some garlic taste on them, and they sauteed them up with a little bit of oil. And if you put that on that ribeye in there, getting that as a side, that's not a side. That's a steak topper option. Should be like $1 extra they throw in. They charge me extra. They charge me extra for this? Please don't tell me you charge. If you charge me extra for this Chili's, yeah, I got the phone out, bro. You gotta look. Hold on. They did 50 cents extra. Y'all tripping. They're not bad, but don't get that side, bro. You probably could mix it with something, but that gets a 5 out of 10. I should give it a 2 out of 10 for what they... I was expecting, like, you know, like button mushroom. Nah, just... There's better value stuff at Chili's, I'll give it that. So I saw an article today that I thought was interesting. It was on Instagram. Every once in a while I find something that I think is like interesting discussion type of topic to bring up. And it was from an account called Wealth, I believe. But it was basically saying that there was a man who in Japan retired at 45 because he lived a very minimalist lifestyle. He didn't spend any extra money, he saved. He wanted to make sure that he retired by amassing $640,000 American. In Japan, that's 100 million yen. Here, it's about $640,000 that he could retire early. He did that by living a very minimalist lifestyle, not spending money on extra things, and his diet consisted of almost exclusively vegetables and rice. That's all he ate. He was able to retire at 45 and not have to work another day in his life. And the comment section was very interesting in this one because there were people that came from two trains of thought. One, which a lot of people have these days, is they're not going to bury me with it. Screw it. Like, I'm just going to spend and I'll worry about it later. And then there are other people who have this attitude where they do grind and they don't look up and they don't spend any money. Again, any money. And no, they try to retire early. I think that is a very interesting thing to look at because one is, to me, too much and one is too little. I probably fall somewhere in the middle. I love to work. I put out videos on multiple platforms literally every single day, and I've done it for the last couple of years. On Instagram, I was making content for 7 years. I never thought of it as a job, but even when I was just working, I worked at a gym. I would work almost 12 hours when I first started, 5 days a week, and then on weekends, I'd work about 4 a day. And I did that 7 days a week. I was always at work. I think you can burn yourself out doing that, and I wouldn't recommend that most people do that because you will burn yourself out. I had to understand that I had to learn how to almost manage my workload to a certain extent, where that if I feel myself, I can kind of back off or bank content when I'm feeling really inspired to make videos. Sometimes I'll make multiple videos on one day for my shorts, and then I can kind of work a little bit less on certain like days, which has kind of helped me. But I also think that they're not going to bury you with it. I think you should definitely manage your money well. I think you should save if you're saving up for certain things, or if a rainy day happens, you want to be ready for that. But at the same time, they aren't going to bury you with it. So you should, if you want to work hard and treat yourself, I don't think that's a bad thing. You know, some of you had made comments about like I don't really buy a lot of things, but like you commented about like my watches and things. Every once in a while, I'm like, you know, you work hard, you really like this watch, buy a watch. You know, I don't go crazy and buy 57,000 watches, but if I like one, I'll get it. Again, I'm not the type of person that has like expensive taste in a lot of things, so I'm not buying all kinds of crazy stuff. I know you see like every once in a while jewelry and stuff like that, but I don't buy expensive clothes for the most part and things of that nature. And I do it within my budget. If I can't afford something, I will either save till I can get it within reason, not like saving so I'm zeroing out my account. You get what I'm saying? So that's kind of what I do. I don't think that I'm correct. I just think it works for me. You know, I try not to buy things especially when I can't afford them. When I was younger, I definitely did do that, but as I've gotten older, I've realized it. When I was in my early 20s, I first got a job. If I got a check and I had extra money, it was just gone. Like, I'd just buy something. You know what I'm saying? If I had like 400 extra bucks, you know, I'd just go buy like a wallet. Like, I bought a Louis Vuitton. I always talk about this Louis Vuitton wallet I bought when I was in my early 20s. I still have it, which is cool, but I had like $400 in my bank account, and the wallet was like $415. So I bought it, and I had no money after that. And I was just like, what are you doing? So if you work hard, spend money relative to what you make. In other words, so, you know, I'm not a financial expert, but if you have a budget that you set aside for things you want to buy, and then you have a budget set aside for savings you want, then do that by all means. But for me, I'm not going to just live and eat fruit and vegetables and stuff. Like, nah, I can't do that either. I just wanted to talk about that. Let me know in the comments what you think. I love these discussion things because sometimes I see perspectives that I don't have. I think that the more you try to understand other people, the more you will be less ignorant towards other topics, and you'll be more understanding. I think a lot of times when people get upset about things, it's because they're not willing to talk. They're just like, this is how I think, it's the right way. And I don't think anything that I think is the right way or the wrong way. I just think that I try to get perspective from other people. I'm not trying to preach like I'm the better than anybody. But again, I've seen so many comments, not just on my own page, but over the years, where anybody who lives a lifestyle or does something that's different than their own, they immediately just start like lashing out at other people that aren't like them. I just like to see where people are coming from. And I just feel like because of that, I've gotten a lot more tolerant of things that 10, 15 years ago, I probably was stupider. That's not a word, but I just feel like that's an appropriate way to word it this way, that I've become a lot more tolerant to people. You know, I think that the more we can become understanding of other people, the better off we'll be. I don't want to get into this, bro, because I just feel like these days everybody's so divisive when people don't agree that we just start arguing, and it's just not good. Because we want the solution is to come together, not to grow apart. But anyway, bro, way too introspective for today. I love y'all, man. Thank y'all so much for watching. You can see the camera is following me. Like I said, I bought this like new DJI Pocket 3. That's what it's called. People were asking. That's like a vlogging camera, and it has facial tracking, which I don't turn on when I'm recording. But in case I do want to vlog, the tracking is pretty good. So that's what's happening right now. Don't get too dizzy. But I love y'all, man. We'll be back tomorrow with more content. The hand signs, they made it to YouTube.